بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد أيها المسلمون. With Allah's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, all praise is due to Allah, cherisher and sustainer of all life. We seek His aid, we ask His forgiveness, high to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bear witness that there is no deity, nothing deserves to be worshipped except Allah, the one and alone. And I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is a slave, servant, and messenger of all of humanity. We ask that the peace be upon his progeny, upon his companions, be peace. And we extend the greetings of peace in the Quran and Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would also like to say Ramadan Mubarak. There's the beginning of one surah, one ayat partly in the Quran. It says, that the thinking of God is the greatest. So we pose the question to all of us. Isn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His wisdom worth us studying and making a note of that? That says, that the thinking on God is the best. And in another place it says, for surely thinking profits you. It will bring you profit. It will bring you gain. So thinking, reflecting on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the greatest of all powers. The most rewarding, that is, of all exercises, of all activities, because He will connect us to the whole existence and to show us the unity of His creation. Also, the purpose of His creation, the plan for His creation. If we keep thinking on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is why we are told by Prophet Muhammad to think, but he didn't just tell us, he didn't just tell us just to think without giving us some direction for that thinking. He said in the first verses that were read to him, Jibril, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. So he's giving us direction for our thinking. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created. So he connected Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the external reality. He connected him with the objects outside of his own life, like the stars, the heavens, the trees, the rivers, the mountains. He connected Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with that, and he told him to read. And we know that he revealed to us through Muhammad by means of the way of the angel Gabriel that he is going to give us a field of work. And he says, this field of work is the expanse of the heavens and the earth. That is an invitation to his human creature, that he made us, he made our minds to engage your intelligence, to engage your moral nature with your spirit to engage his massive creation, this productive universe. Engage it with your brain, with your aql. Allah has created you to engage the world that he made. And he created the world to engage you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you to benefit from his world. And Allah has created his world to benefit from you. Because we can help creation too. We can help nature too. So if you become mated, if your intelligence mate with Allah's created world, you will produce your own life as mating with your life. And you will produce your own community. And for the human society, not flesh and blood children, but from your mortal body. But you will produce utilities like the sciences, education, industry. You advance your life that way. You improve your life that way. And your progress will multiply over and over again. You know, in reading the Quran during this month, the most important tool in the Quran is the tool of education. The most important tool in the efforts to advance the Ummah, the community of Al-Islam, or the Ummah, the community of Muhammad, is education. How do we know? Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the ink of the scholar is more precious than the blood of the martyr. He was saying those most precious things that we have to protect life, to serve life, is the ink of the scholar. And it connects with education. From the ink in print, we study it, and we become educated. Muhammad, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has also said, it's reported that he said, that Allah never made a more precious thing than the brain of the human being, the human person, the aql. Now, doesn't this establish very clearly for us, dear believers, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the thing that will benefit us the most is the human brain that wants education, and the education that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the world to give the human being. He created the world to give us education where we can get education. Where else can we get education, pardon me, except from his world that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made. So Allah is teaching us. The creator of everything is teaching man. You know, the teacher is assisted by textbooks, blackboard, writing pens, pencils, chalk, all of those things. That's how we're taught by the teacher. Allah says in the Quran that he taught man the use of the pen. Do we accept that or not? If Allah says he taught man the use of the pen, and we know that the oldest education existed for us in the form of ancient writing they call hieroglyphics. It is print matter. It comes in printing. It comes in writing part. But Allah says that he is the first teacher for us. So, nature, we talk about Mother Nature, we say Mother Nature in this society, we say Mother Nature is our first teacher, not Allah. But if we believe in Allah, who made Mother Nature, and Mother Nature is not a person. Mother Nature is a pen. Mother Nature's ink. Allah said, if all of the trees could be made into pens, and you had 7 seas multiplied over to make into ink, they would not be able to exhaust or write out the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So dear believers, the whole creation is the teachings of Allah. He created the human being to live in that teachings or learning environment. In Surah Al-Baqarah, it says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. This is the book in it, is no doubt for those who believe in the unseen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dear believers, if the human being has been able to go into Allah's creation and find the form, the workings of those things in His creation, don't you think Allah is going to help those people that can extract that essence of His creation so that they can move it further? He's not going to cut them off. If you find the nature, the form that it was created for, He's going to elevate your mind. He's going to elevate your intelligence. He's going to elevate your brain. He's not going to hold you down. He's not going to hold you back. That's why civilization has advanced the way it has advanced, so fast and so quick. It's with Allah's help. It's in Allah's plan. And it just needs a little tweaking. The biggest tweak is that they're not giving Allah credit for what they've been able to do, for what they have been able to accomplish. They could not have done it without Allah's creation. So let us finish out this month by becoming more devoted to the Quran. When we read the Quran, dear believers, that's Allah speaking to us. That's Allah talking to us. We talk to one another all the time. And how much juice do we come away with? You know, it's just conversation. It's lovely. It's empty. It's vain. So we're going to close with this. Regarding love for one another. And dear believers, we need to love one another. How are we going to survive all of these schemes, these powerful schemes that's designed to reach the mind and heart of all people and eventually cause them or us to deviate from the plan of Allah? How are we going to survive if we don't love one another? We have to be strongly bonded together. And the strongest bond is love. We know we love our families, our relatives, but we should also love the believers. Because we follow the same script. We believe in the same thing. And we should love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than we love our own selves and our own families. Why? Because he is the life. The life that is your salvation. Not only in Him, but that same life is in all of us. the life that's in him, that he developed, that he managed. That same life is in us. But he is a representative of that life in all of us. The life that is our salvation. He is the one who demonstrated that life. So we should love him more than our own life. Most of us, we don't know or perceive correctly that life in us that is our salvation. The Christ nature, Muslim nature, can be called by other names, but most of us haven't even achieved it. We haven't reached it. We haven't grown up on it. So we live a life perhaps that Satan planned for us. Or we live a life at our own whim and imagination, our own impulses. Whatever spirit comes into us, and living these lives. And that's what Ramadan comes to do, to help control those things. It's not a joke. This is serious business. Living these lives outside of Islam, it cheats us out of the precious, sacred life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us for. So we should look at these lives